Ladies and gentlemen, today we're talking Super Bowl, the overall fantasy season, as well as a little sneak peek of what we're doing next. Make sure you stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into the FS Podcast, otherwise known as the Fantasy Sports Podcast. As always, my name's Jagger, and I got my co-host Waya with me, as always.
Hi, going back to that.
Going back to the high.
Yeah, if you guys don't know that. Anyways,
If you guys are new, we've been trying to get Waya to say something,
every time we
unique.
start an episode, like a little catchphrase or something, I don't have anything.
Like, hey, it's Waya.
That sounds cringy, my guy.
I don't know. But anyway, if you're listening to this on YouTube, shout out to you because we haven't put anything up there in
A while.
a while.
Back
But
in the single-digit episodes.
yeah,
Mhm.
but we should be back on there. Reason being that it's a lot easier to find stuff on there.
yeah.
Anyway,
Pops up on record
episode 60, we're done with the Super Bowl. The official football season is over.
It's officially over, sadly. But overall, wasn't the game we expected.
No,
No, it really wasn't. But overall, not a bad Super Bowl, knowing what's going to happen in the future.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you're new to football and you watch that, it's probably boring to you. But fanatics like us,
Fanatics.
it was pretty interesting. It wasn't amazing.
It was certainly more interesting, I think, than the New England Rams game
Yeah, definitely.
where we had the longest punt in Super Bowl history.
Wow, everyone
It was
remembers
historic.
that.
I can't
And-
believe I was watching that game. But anyway, Tom Brady has number 7.
Yep.
And he's been to the Super Bowl 10 times.
Yeah,
now.
the Buccaneers have won. They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and I think it's like the first time in a while since I believe an AFC team won.
NFC.
Is it NFC?
Because
My bad.
Patriots were always in the AFC. Same
Yeah.
with Chiefs.
So NFC. It's been a while since the NFC team
Hey,
won.
shout out to you.
Yay, the
Let's go.
Vision. Let's go. The blue team.
The blue team.
The Democrats. Anyways.
We ain't touching any of that.
But yeah, overall it was a really, really good game. Like we said, it wasn't really much as we expected. I was kind of disappointed.
Mahomes was battling a foot injury,
Yeah.
to be fair.
He was a turf toe, I think it was called. I believe so.
And they operated on him, sorry.
Yesterday?
I got it.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
And it went well.
Yeah, no issues.
He's doing recovery. But even with a guy that has a turf toe, knowing that he has to have surgery on it after the game, he played better than his whole team.
Like, I want to highlight, because if you watch the game, you probably know what I'm talking about. And it's when Mahomes would, like, almost get sacked or something, and he'd run away.
He'd scramble like
and
Kyler
he'd
Murray.
bomb it, and it'd be like a precise throw as he's falling on the floor.
Yeah.
And
And
I'm like, what?
and you know what? They don't even catch it, man. It just
I
hits
know.
their face mask and bounces off to interception.
I'm like, how do you get such a good throw off? And then they just, oops,
My bad.
I
Let
got
me
brick hands.
let me just Nelson Aguilar
Yeah.
this catch right now.
Man, I just, like, Mahomes was balling. Travis Kelce
He
was
was.
balling.
I feel like it was only a tight end and quarterback game between Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski and I forgot his name, Mahomes
Mahomes
and
and Kelce.
Kelsey.
But you got to hand it to the Buccaneers. They found the system that works, and they shut down Tyreek Hill.
They did. They really did.
They shut down all the wide receivers.
They
They
said-
just left the tight end.
Which was Kelsey.
Yeah. Oh, but did you see the one meme everyone's memeing on Shady McCoy? Because no, it's not Shady McCoy. Who was it? It's the Buccaneers running back. Not
Ronald Jones?
No, not Ronald Jones.
Fournette.
No, not Fournette. It's one of them who didn't play, and he's got a Super Bowl ring from 2 teams, and he never started a single snap in the Super Bowl. I'll see if I can find it. Because it was pretty nice. I thought.
But going back to the game real quick. Yeah, it wasn't really as much as we expected. Like you said, Mahomes played his heart out, man. He he did not give up. Even though it was like 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, he still kept going. And they still couldn't catch the ball.
I know.
But still, he was scrambling, with his his toe that needs to go under surgery.
Somehow.
And it doesn't even look like he needed surgery the way he was running.
No.
And Mahomes played his heart out. The Chiefs just didn't work out for him, and I also feel bad because what's the coach of the Chiefs? What's his name?
Andy Reid.
Andy Reid. Yeah. Also, all respects to him or prayers towards him because before the game, I don't know if you caught this, but his son was in a car accident with DUI.
I saw that the next day.
Yeah, and I believe someone passed away, and there's a girl underage who's in a coma right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like that happening before you going to coach the team for the Super Bowl.
No matter what, that's gonna hit.
That's gonna hit you so much. So I feel bad. He went through it.
It's a shame he couldn't get a Super Bowl after the fact, but
yeah, it was a shame. But like, yeah, it laid a lot on him knowing that what his son did, and he's trying to win this Lombardi Trophy for his team.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying that's an excuse of why they lost. No, not at all.
He just pointed it out.
He just pointed it out. I like how people are saying, like, this is why they lost. This is why. Just say they lost, man. There ain't no excuses.
They lost because they didn't play.
They didn't play how they were.
To.
They were the Chiefs O-line.
They were out 2 guys, I think.
Yeah, but they look like a high school team, man. Like the Bucks are just breaking right through them. And, like it was like a high school versus a professional football team. And then I don't know. And then like you said, they shut down Tyreek Hill.
Which shout out to Tampa Bay.
They did.
That's how you win.
They worked.
They shut down Clyde
Edwards-Helaire, and I think I'm not trying to brag anything about it, but I think like when the Chiefs played the Raiders, I think they found a certain scheme that worked for them that was focused on Mahomes, whereas the Buccaneers focused on his targets more than on Mahomes.
Well, I think they also knew that, he's battling that foot injury, so they don't need to put as much pressure on him.
Yeah.
Even though they sacked him
Did you see that one sack though when his body just went everywhere?
Like when Ndamukong
Suh
almost took his head off.
Yeah, and he got up and started scrambling again. It's like a cockroach, man. You step on him and he still scrambles.
He just bounces back up.
But yeah, man, it was a really good game. Shout out to Brady and Gronk because I believe they passed the most
touchdown
duos in NFL history
in a Super Bowl.
Because they passed Jerry
Montana and
Rice. That's right. I think that was like the 14th.
I thought it was like 17th.
Was it 17th?
I think.
Wow. But yeah, and then
did you see what Mike Evans said like shortly after they won?
No, what he said.
So he's close. I think his contract's like almost up. So they got to negotiate here soon. But he said that he's willing to take a pay cut in order to keep the team together.
Really?
Which you don't see that a lot.
You really don't.
Most of the time you see players that are like, I want to be the most paid at my position. Not, I'll take a cut
so we can keep the team together.
But I was sitting
I want another trip to Disney World.
Oh, yeah. That was great. You see where they had Mickey Mouse, Gronk Spike?
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, yeah. I was sitting here like the day after the Super Bowl. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, poor Jameis Winston, dude.
Right?
Because he's been with them since draft. And, this is the second year, I think, that he hasn't been in Tampa. And it's just like,
If
only they didn't cut you.
It's like Stafford leaving and then the Lions winning a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one would hurt more.
That would hurt more.
But it should be interesting, I guess, to see if Tampa Bay maintains the same team they had.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Brady said he's going to be back, so I think Gronk's going to be back. But Chris Godwin is a maybe.
Is a maybe.
Because it's contract year.
I think it's kind of funny, though, when you think about it, because, so Tom Brady, when he went over to the Buccaneers, he also called Gronk up, and he gave him a call and said, hey, should come join me. So he did. And then he convinced Bruce Arians to bring back Antonio Brown, right?
Yeah.
So in the Super Bowl, the touchdowns were only from Antonio Brown and Gronk. That's the guys that Brady brought in instead of the actual team.
Not Mike Evans.
Not Mike Evans or Godwin. I believe Fournette got a touchdown too.
I think so, but I mean, this is
that. But it wasn't like. But
he used to be on the Jags.
Yeah, but it was funny though, cause knowing that Brady brought back Gronk and Antonio Brown, and then he gave them a touchdown in the game.
But you got to say though, we don't know what's going on with Antonio's personal life.
Yeah.
But from the looks of it, shout out to him because he really
he's
came back.
Rebuilding it.
Because he lost it a couple years ago.
He did. He really did.
But then he came back. He's with Brady. Look at him now. He won a Super Bowl.
He got a ring.
That's crazy.
And a touchdown in the game.
I know.
So props to him. And like the overall, I guess you would say, of the game, like the conclusion of the game, or the one fact that was known from the game, that Brady's the GOAT. You can't diss that guy. No matter what his age is, he's like LeBron James. Moves over to teams like, you guys want to win a Super Bowl? Okay, let's go. And that's what they did.
Pass LeBron the ball. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
Put the ball in Brady's hands and let magic happen.
But yeah, Brady won his 7th, I believe, Super Bowl ring with the Buccaneers.
I was having this conversation, I think, on Monday night. And I was saying that when Brady retires, because we don't know when he will.
No, we don't.
But when he retires, I think Mahomes is going to take up the mantle that Brady has left, being that we could see him in Super Bowl after Super Bowl, or what feels like a Super Bowl after Super Bowl. Do you think that? Because I think he could be the next Brady.
I feel like he can, knowing his performance in the Super Bowl.
Because he's only been this is his 3rd year.
Yeah.
In the league.
And he already, 2nd year, won a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I definitely see that happening. Like I said, we saw his performance on Sunday night. It was amazing, even though his team wasn't there for him, but he was doing the best he can. He's the only one that didn't give up. And I definitely see him dropping more dimes like that in the future.
But could we see the return, you think, of Mahomes' mobility after this surgery? Or do you think he's going to probably
I think he's probably going to cool it a bit like Lamar did.
Yeah.
He won't be as Bard. He won't be as bad as Lamar. There you go.
Oh, Lamar. Not that Lamar's bad.
No,
it's just that he's not the Lamar from
2018, 17, right? 17, 18?
18, 19, I think.
It was 18, 19, my bad. But yeah, I never see Mahomes being the second Tom Brady in the future of the next generation.
Oh, yeah. Because it's the fact that we saw him in the Super Bowl, and everyone's like, oh, well, he only played the Niners. The Niners, when they were in the Super Bowl, are a good team. The Niners, when they're healthy, is a really good team. Because they got Bosa back.
Yeah.
They're probably going to get Garoppolo back. And I forget the name of the running back they have there now, because I think they have a new one.
It was, wasn't it Moser or something like that?
It used to be Mostert, but I thought they had someone else. But it's just that I remember hearing that everyone's like, well, they only played the Niners. You have to be a good team in order to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just say, oh, well, it's this team.
I saw this one meme where it's like, how do you get Brady from not going to the Super Bowl? And then one person's like, there's only one thing to do. Just put him on the Cowboys.
I think I saw something like that. It won't happen, you know?
Yeah, it won't happen.
Let's see. Because I think, because Mostert's good, you know, Mostert's good.
Yeah. And,
yeah, okay. I thought they had someone else, but, because Mostert's going to be probably another huge pick, because the run game in San Fran's insane.
Yeah.
Really insane.
All right, look at this. Look at Mahomes real quick. This guy threw for 49. 49.
Attempts or completions?
Attempts. Okay. He had 49 attempts, and only 26 of them were completed. For only 270 yards, of course, with him having 2 interceptions. And from his carries, you would call, it was 33 yards.
Yeah.
Or his scrambles, I would like to call it. He gained 33 yards from his scrambles from just running. Whereas Brady had 29 attempts, completed 21 of them.
He had that Drew Brees accuracy.
He did. For over 201 yards for 3 touchdowns. And, of course, he was sacked and had -2 yards on his carries. But overall, still amazing between those two. Both on different teams, but, like, different outcomes, I guess you would say. I don't know.
So do you think we could see Brady again next year?
Definitely.
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl? I see him playoffs. Super Bowl?
Well, I think we'll have to see what the other teams are up to.
Yeah, with...
Because the Niners could be back.
Niners could be back. And also look at the Brown Steelers, you know, building up.
That's AFC.
We're talking about, like, in the
NFC.
playoffs? Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you mean like the Super Bowl. Because I was talking about like Brady already being in the Super Bowl.
Okay. But no, like I can see Brady in playoffs easily if he has at least Gronk. That's really all you need, to be honest. And I don't know what it is, but whenever I see Brady play, it seems like whatever O-line he has is like Hall of Fame quality O-line. Like they never give up anything, ever. And I'm just like, what magic does this man have?
I'm just saying, if I was on the Buccaneers O-line,
I'm demanding a raise.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you guys want me to protect the guy's life. Like this is for his life and his career. You want me to protect him. You want me to protect a living legend.
Yeah.
You better up my raise.
Easily first.
I'm just gonna be like, oh.
Get off the line and I gotta stretch real quick. But I mean, I think a lot of people joke about Brady retiring, but I think it's gonna actually happen, and people are gonna be shocked.
Yeah. You'll be like, this guy's gonna retire, and then he actually retires, and they're like, wait, why did we retire for?
And then we're gonna be all like, then they're gonna find someone else to hate on.
Yeah.
Probably like Mahomes. But I don't get how you hate Mahomes.
I don't get how you
hate Lamar, but a lot of people seem to hate Lamar.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
Especially
guys,
Dak too. People hate Dak, and I don't get why. I mean, like for example, I hate Carr.
Yeah, I do too. Even though I'm not a Raiders fan.
I don't know why. See, exactly.
It's just Derek Carr.
But overall, amazing weekend because the Super Bowl halftime show, The Weeknd,
was on the weekend.
On the weekend. So
and it wasn't bad.
It was not bad, knowing that he had COVID-19 protocols and convictions he had to follow, and him using. I think he said that he used about $7 million of his own money to help.
Really?
Yeah, with that show.
Because all of it, none of it was on the field except when they all came on at the last second.
Dancing. Yeah,
but they didn't have like any big props or anything. It was all up in the stands.
It was all up in the stands.
Really cool.
It was really nice. A lot of people did hate on that too. I'm like, yo, come on, we're in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, let me just go on the stage and have everyone come on out.
Yeah, if you're gonna diss on him for doing that because of COVID, but then you're also gonna diss on him for not doing a big show because of COVID. Like, what the?
You just can't make people happy.
You just can't make people happy. So
they'll find something else to.
It was a good halftime show. I admit, I really did like it.
Oh, I did too. It was honestly different.
It was really different.
Because last year I thought was
It was a lot better than the year before that, obviously.
Yeah, but I think last year we had the old Travis Scott descending from a meteor with SpongeBob.
No, last year was J-Lo and Shakira.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
The year before that was Maroon 5.
Was it?
It was Maroon 5,
Oh, that's right. Because the SpongeBob one, that was
No,
that was the Rams game.
Yeah, that's the Rams one.
That's right. It's just, guys, I really love that.
I dropped my phone. My bad.
I really love that Super Bowl so much, So I just remember the halftime show, like, all the time.
I don't remember the longest field goal.
Longest punt?
Oh, punt. It was a punt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Longest punt. Super Bowl history. It was like 67 yards or something. It's so dumb.
But,
So speaking of the Rams, could you see the Rams in playoffs having Matthew Stafford?
I definitely do. Like, I saw them this year. I really thought they were going to beat the... Who did they play? The Saints? Or was it the Packers?
Packers.
I really thought they were going to beat the Packers, but they didn't because they had quarterback issues and other things, and they have a really good defense, having Aaron Darnold as the defensive player of the year this year.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely see them in the playoffs next year with Stafford on the line.
So speaking of defensive player of the year, did you see when they released all the NFL honors, like defensive player of the year and all that?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Back to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
I forgot. Tom Brady did win MVP of the Super Bowl.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. Anyways, moving on.
Just had to.
Tom Brady. This is basically about this podcast is about.
It's just Brady.
The Brady Show.
Hold up, I'm trying to find it.
There's only 7 shows because he only has 7 rings.
So Walter Payton Man of the Year, I think, was honestly a surprise as well, even though it's not really a real talked about award.
You talking about Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Russell Wilson ran it.
That's right.
Kind of surprised me because I didn't see the ceremony.
No, I didn't. Because I believe Offensive Player of the Year was Derrick Henry.
Yes.
And then Defensive Player of the Year was Aaron Darnold, which I just said. Oh, my bad. Donald.
Aaron Darnold.
MVP of the year was your boy Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Or Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron.
And
whatever.
then your comeback play of the year, which we all saw coming, was Alex Smith.
I know. Shout out to that guy, dude.
Yeah.
Coming back from like a completely broken leg.
Yeah, like career-ending injury and coming back and playing like that.
It's huge. But I think offensive rookie of the year was no surprise.
Derrick Henry?
No, not Derrick Henry. Offensive rookie.
Offensive rookie? Oh,
Justin
it was
Herbert.
Justin Herbert. Yeah, definitely.
Which is well deserved.
It was amazing.
Because he's showing signs of something great.
Because I remember when he was drafted in the draft by the Chargers, a lot of Chargers fans weren't happy about it. And now they're like, okay, well, great. We got this.
We'll take him.
We'll take him, yeah. And then defensive rookie of the year, I believe, was
Chase Young.
Chase Young from the Washington football team.
Which there was a lot of hype coming out of him.
Yeah.
So, as well, they also had the Hall of Fame class. And
Yeah.
Peyton Manning finally made it into the Hall of Fame. Not really finally, because he hasn't really been out that long.
Yeah. He's in, I believe, Charles Woodson's in there, too.
And Megatron. Good old
Megatron.
Calvin Johnson. is
Calvin
in there,
Johnson. That's
Which
right.
is great, because Calvin Johnson definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
But anyway, where was I?
We were just talking about the honors.
So, but yeah, MVP, I think a lot of people were...
We saw it coming was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Because he was playing... Even though I'm a Bears fan, he was playing good.
He was playing
He
good.
was playing really good.
I'm surprised Brady beat the whole Washington football team, which no one was surprised
No
about.
one really saw that coming.
And then he beat Breeze.
Yeah, he beat Breeze.
He beat Breeze and he beat Rodgers, and then now he beat Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But if you remember from last episode, not that there's really an order and you listen to these episodes because there isn't.
No, really isn't.
But I was saying that if Mahomes was to cement himself as the baby goat, he had to beat Brady. He had to. And look what happened.
Yeah.
He couldn't.
He couldn't.
Now, we're not saying he's trash, that he's the worst quarterback.
No.
Because there's also
Shoot,
quarterbacks.
if you're saying he's the worst quarterback, I'll take him.
Yeah.
My team would take him. Shoot.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying that I think there needs to be... I think they need to kind of take a step back and be like, okay, what did we do wrong?
Yeah.
Why were they shutting Tyreek Hill down so good?
Yeah. They triple, double team him every
Which
play.
is what you need to do on someone like that.
Yeah.
Because last time they played, I played against him that fantasy week, and he ripped me in half. He had like 200 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. First quarter.
He did the good old 2 fingers to you.
Yeah, he held up his 2 fingers. But
that's a good album cover right there.
But I think they need to figure it out. Travis Kelce they don't need to worry about because he's kind of like Gronk, but a little bit better runner, I would say. He's a better receiver.
Better receiver.
Because what Gronk is Gronk's a Gronk. He's a beast. Because he can block, he can catch, he can route run, he can do it all. Speaking of tight ends, good old George Kittle. So he wasn't in a lot of the season.
No, because he had a fractured, I think, ankle, a little slight fracture, something like that, mid-season.
Do you see him bouncing back and being on?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think no matter what, George Kittle is on your tight end board. No matter what.
Obviously, yeah, no matter what.
But where do you see him? Do you see him top 5?
For next year?
Yeah.
Fantasy-wise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
How about top 3?
Top 3, yeah. Because top 3, I definitely see...
I see Kelce again.
Kelce and Kittle.
Kelce and Kittle.
Third one, I don't know yet. Darren Waller's kind of going up there.
Yeah. Maybe Gronk will
maybe
get more
Gronk,
catches.
because Gronk was a little during the fantasy season.
But in playoffs, he was good.
Playoffs, he was really good.
As well as... Because if you guys stay tuned, we usually do our rankings going into... But we probably won't do that until draft.
Yeah.
So that's a little ways away.
A little bit of ways away, yep.
But, yeah, so this year it's just been bad.
And injuries?
Yeah.
It's
been the injury year.
Injury year. And if you survived it, I'm so happy because you
Mm-hmm.
You did it. You survived, right?
If this was your first year playing fantasy,
it's not gonna be like
this. Is not what it's like.
This is not what it's like. This is like a pre-draft.
Like this is not fantasy because
No.
fantasy, sure, people get hurt,
Oh,
but it's not like every week. A
week.
big star gets hurt.
A big star.
Like Christian McCaffrey played 3 games.
Yeah.
3 games.
Especially during the COVID thing.
Oh yeah.
It's not every day. A whole team goes on COVID protocol for 2 days.
They don't all get the flu one time.
Or you get the whole game gets postponed. 4 of your players are out. You're like, okay.
Yeah. It's not like this.
It's not like this.
And I would say it kind of helped a little bit. I think the only part, sorry, that it really helped in was exposure of the deeper rosters.
Yeah.
Showing off that there is talent out there other than the big names. Like CMC and Derrick Henry and Saquon.
Yeah.
Man, Saquon.
Yeah, tearing his ACL. I think in the 3rd game of the season.
But I think next year
I definitely see him coming back.
He will. Do you think he's gonna tone it down?
No.
No.
He's probably like mad at himself.
He's gonna tone it up.
He'll tone it up and then
crank up the knob to max.
Yeah.
Because, I had him his rookie year, and he was great.
Yeah, I saw that. He was really great.
And then I had him the first year you and I played. And no, I didn't. I didn't have him. Did I?
I don't think so.
No, I didn't.
He got injured though. I remember, here and there. He was like in, and then not in, and then and then not in.
And then this year he just fully committed to injury.
Yeah. So
it's tough. It's really tough.
It is really tough.
So as well as there's a lot of teams in the off season coming up that are in desperate need of upgrades in their positions, such as the Colts.
Yeah.
And
Andrew, I almost said Andrew Luck.
So with the Colts, there's a lot of rumors that, oh well, if I'm not gonna play here, I'll go play in Indianapolis, which is good because they're a good team. There's rumors that Carson Wentz might go there. Do you think that has any credibility?
Yeah.
You think he might go there? Because there's also the rumor that there's just been a ton of rumors that the Bears are pushing hard on Carson Wentz.
Yeah, there is.
So do you think he might go to Indianapolis or?
I think it's kind of funny though. The Bears are like, all right, well, we took this Eagle guy. Can we have that Eagle guy now?
I was telling my grandpa, I'm like, maybe they're trying to recreate their Super Bowl run where they're all like, Wentz does really good in the regular season, and then Foles comes in and just carries them to the Super Bowl, like he did. And I'm just like, I don't know.
I remember when Foles was playing against Brady in the Super Bowl.
So dumb.
Right? And he beat him.
I know.
What the heck?
Well, they hit him with the Philly special.
They did.
And then Brady tried to do it, and he dropped it because he's a quarterback.
Yeah.
Not a receiver. But Carson Wentz, I think it's hard to say where he'll go.
It is. He was a little difficult, especially with them. They put up what's his name on the Eagles on the quarterback for a while. I forgot his name. Hurts? Something Hurts?
Oh, yeah, Jalen Hurts. Because they have Jalen Hurts.
He's really good still, though.
Mm-hmm. Which is why I think they're letting Carson Wentz go. Because we've seen Carson Wentz be good.
Yeah.
That Super Bowl run, good. Year after that, good. Last 2 years,
a little difficult.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Because it's just,
it's a little difficult.
So, as well as Deshaun Watson, we haven't heard anything yet on Deshaun Watson. The team in Houston is saying, well, we don't want to trade him. But then everyone else is saying, well, no, Deshaun wants to go, and he's going to go. So do you think he's going to get traded, or do you think he's going to stay there with J.J. Watt?
I believe he might get traded.
Yeah?
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely see him trading because I feel like the Houston Texans are still recovering from that down trade that Bill O'Brien did with Hopkins, so they need to trade one of their star players again, this time for a good deal to rebuild the whole team back up.
Now, to be fair, I don't think anyone really lost or won on the Hopkins trade because David Johnson was pretty good.
That's pretty good for the Texans. Yes, he was.
And then, D-Hop is D-Hop.
D-Hop.
We don't need to worry about that.
No, he's just let him off. Let him do his thing. Let him smash like the Hulk said.
Let him smash. But yeah, so kind of to wrap up, I kind of wanted to, if you guys listen to the intro, if you don't, I don't know why.
Wait, actually, before we wrap it up, you mind if I say something real quick about these news?
Mm-hmm.
I know there isn't too much.
Are we doing a speed run news?
Yeah, so Falcons beat Todd Gurley won't be back in 2021.
He won't?
Falcons beat Todd Gurley won't be back in 2021. Swift has a special trait that should allow him to be 25 touch a game back.
DeAndre Swift from the Lions.
Yep.
Which is huge.
Report. I don't like this. I really don't like this, man. It's a speed run of the news. I don't know. I don't like this. Report. Raiders are very interested in signing Juju.
There's no way. I mean, I know he's a free agent, but it's just like he has to stay with the Steelers.
I just don't want a TikTok boy on my team.
Or you're going to have to find a new team if he comes on over.
I'll go to the Cardinals. I think that's really it.
Yeah.
Because the other news is about the Texans not wanting to trade Deshaun Watson. I think that's really it. Yeah. But, Juju, really? The Raiders. Guys.
Well, they already have TikTok boy number 2 over there.
Yeah.
So they don't need the first one.
You don't need the twins. You don't split up the twins. He doesn't even have this. He doesn't even have the right colors of the team. His hair is blue.
I know.
Silver
Go play
and
with
black.
the Colts.
Go play with the Colts. Don't
or
play
the
with
Cowboys.
Lions. Something. We're not blue. What?
He'll paint his hair silver.
Dye it.
Well, maybe he saw what Antonio Brown did, so he's trying to sign with the Raiders and then have a huge spaz.
Yeah.
And then go play with Brady.
I was
and get
so
a ring.
happy though when he signed with the Raiders, man.
Even though it was only 3 days.
3 days, because I remember I have a snap on my snap. Snap on my snap. I have a snap on my Snapchat where it was like preseason of the year he was with the Raiders for 3 days, and it was a Cardinals versus Raiders game, and it was an preseason game, and I went to it, and there was Derek Carr and Antonio Brown right in front of me because I had good seats, and I took a snap of them like, oh, they're gonna be a great duo this season, and anyways, you know what happened after that.
Yeah. If you don't, look it up. So I just got this on my phone. I don't think you hit on it. But Bruce Arians just said that Brady will undergo a cleanup surgical procedure on his knee.
He had a minor knee injury, I believe, during the game, actually.
Which we just could not tell.
No.
He made that injury just...
He was like Mahomes, man. Mahomes just running. Everyone knew he had an injury. And he was just running like hell.
He was. So, anyway, yeah. So... As I said in the intro, we're going to be going through a new series. If you know someone who's kind of new to fantasy, probably have them start tuning in because we're going to be running through the basics kind of for a little bit.
Instructions.
and then touching on the scoring type and then what the positions and how they score are.
Yeah.
Because there's a ton. But yeah, so we'll be starting that probably next week.
And definitely throughout those episodes, of course, if anything pops up on NFL related, like news, definitely going to talk about that.
If Deshaun Watson finally goes somewhere.
If there's trades, drops, cuts.
Which
probably won't be for a while,
it
though.
usually doesn't happen until the season's close.
Yeah, close. Unless you're like Marshawn Lynch that one year and just call retirement on the day of the Super Bowl or something like that.
Or what was that? That one Bills lineman that said he was retiring right at halftime.
Oh,
you remember that?
Yeah.
He's just like, no, I'm done. What do you mean? We still got another half a game? I'm done.
I'm retired.
What? But anyway, yeah. So if you guys have anyone that's new to fantasy, make sure you tell them to tune in, or just send them the episode next week.
No.
I don't think. I don't know which one we'll start with. I don't know if we'll start with the basics or we'll start with positions. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll get on to it.
We got about a week, so
we're gonna procrastinate all the way towards the end.
You see, if we were smart, if we were smart, we'd figure it out right now, which we might do after the show.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for tuning in. Waya, if you want to do your send off.
So if you guys want to keep up with me and Jagger and the FS podcast in general, of course, follow our social media accounts. Our Instagram account is fantasy.sports.podcast, and our Twitter account is F_S_podcast. Go ahead and give us a follow. Give us a like. Look at that post. Like whatever we post. Post. Malone. Anyways, and that was the end of the NFL season, guys. We witnessed Tom Brady get a 7th ring, and as always, thank you for tuning in to the FS podcast.